24 hours can make a difference.
We heard shots. We knew immediately it wasn't fireworks.
At this time yesterday, officers, crime scene tape, and chaos covered this neighborhood on Maple Grove and Ottawa Drive after a deadly shooting involving police.
It's spooky.
Today, silence.
I understand they come running through here.
Chuck Gordon was home when those shots rang out.
And there was an officer, kept falling down. He knew he was hit. Somebody from over here went over to help the officer.
That somebody was Nadim Kavsik.
I heard somebody screaming, "No, let me go, no." I just thought it was neighbors.
Nadim was working on a house being built in the neighborhood when a man ran next to it.
And he kind of looked back, and as he looked back, I looked back as well, and that's when I saw Officer Mikowski running after him and kept yelling at the suspect to stop and get on the ground.
Nadim says the officer later tased the man.
This guy was falling down to the ground. I can't even describe how fast this guy pulled out the gun and just started firing at the officer. The officer got hit because his kind of leg gave out, and there was a vehicle that was parked right there next to them, and he was able to kind of lean onto the hood of the vehicle and draw his weapon.
Nadim says the officer then shot the shooter.
I asked him to sit down because he was bleeding quite a bit, and he said he wants to keep an eye on him just in case the guy moves. When the suspect kind of took his last breaths, I went up and I moved the weapon from the suspect so it's not close to him, and got back to the Officer Mikowski, and we were trying to just control the blood. Took my shirt off and kind of laid him down and put it underneath his head.
Nadim kept the officer talking until paramedics arrived.
He was laying on the stretcher, and I looked at his name tag, and I realized that name looked really, really familiar.
Turns out Nadim and his son crossed paths with Officer Mikowski when they took donuts to officers just last month.
We went down to the Meridian Police Department, and we talked to the front desk lady, and she said she's going to get 2 police officers out to kind of greet him.
One of those officers was Officer Mikowski.
It was really just a coincidence and I guess fate that I happened to be the one that's there and be able to kind of assist him and really repay him for making my son's day. And even through all of this happening, Officer Mikowski was still concerned about my safety and still, keeping his eye on the suspect and making sure he doesn't go for his weapon or anything like that. So really, yes, I did help him, but at the end of the day, he was my hero. He still had my back.